What's going on, folks? It's your boy Steo got me rolling, and we got my boy Big Cliff, aka Big Cliff with the big deals, and then
SOF Jules, yes sir.
SOF Jules, and this is the first episode of Mouthpiece Podcast, and we also got Big Repo, not the little one. Couldn't figure out what to name him, so I went ahead and just went with Repo. You know, fits my brand the best.
Hell yeah.
Anyway, we're gonna talk about the come up today, and just about success and just kind of how Cliff got to where he was. You know, how I built my brand, and
my boy.
Yeah. So anyway, Cliff, let's talk a little bit, man. I've known you for a while, bro. We're both from the same area, Southeast Houston.
Southeast, yes sir.
Yes sir. And I've been hearing a lot about you over the years. And man, just tell me about how you got into the business and where your journey started and everything.
So it started about 9 years ago. I started working at a club called Fuego. You know, I really started as a bouncer.
Fuego.
Yeah, Fuego.
Hey, you know about Fuego.
You from the Southeast, you know about Fuego.
Yeah.
We were all young ass little kids in that motherfucker. But I started off there. So I really started as a bouncer, a young one. Then it turned into a promoter because I just started going viral for whooping people's asses in that motherfucker.
Yeah, I've seen some of those videos.
Yeah. But the guy who owned the car business, he owned a car lot, so I just started, I just hit him up for a job. I thought I was gonna wash cars. He was like, "Bro, you got too much of a following to sell."
That was Ryan and
Ryan
Robert.
Ryan Robert, yeah.
Yeah.
And then I stayed I never got out the club business until recently, but just kept building my brand. And then pretty much I was in the clubs fighting.
Yeah, I heard a lot, man. I heard a lot of shit, man.
Yeah.
It's Southeast is a small area. Everybody knows each other. We were all talking about that earlier. Actually, how I know this guy, I was in 𝐿𝐴LLIN County with him.
Yeah, shit. Everybody know everybody. We did time together, shit. Way back when.
Yeah, man. But everybody has a past. Everybody has a story. But yeah, man. So as far as after the club scene, everything like that. What made you stop doing that and go full throttle in the car business? When did you know, all right, man, I got this on lock?
I really didn't stop till like a year and a half ago, man. When all this shootouts and all that shit, bro. I was like, man, I got 4 babies now. I'm just done. I make 30 bands a month in the car business. Exactly. I don't need to risk my life. You know what I'm saying? You know how it is. Man.
Somebody just got killed the other day at the old exclusive.
The club I used to work at.
I've been in that bitch. That was tight.
He used to be over there.
Yeah. And Chilo's too, right?
No, it was in the same parking lot, but
same.
It was from the club.
Okay.
And it's really not even after hours no more. They close at 2 now, but it's always gonna be. It was after hours for 10 years, so it's always gonna be associated as an after hours. Okay. Yeah.
So one thing I've been dying to ask you about is I built my brand on Instagram and TikTok and went viral doing that. But what I want to figure out is the group thing. How did you get control of a group with over 200,000 people in it?
Yeah.
So basically, man, I used to throw a lot of house parties, clubs, stuff like that. And my boy Isaiah, his name's Isaiah Guerrero. Shout out to my dog. He put me on for real. He hit me up. Was like, bro, we're both real popular in the Southeast. Let's start a Southeast group. He said he does AC work. Like he owns his own HVAC business. He's like, we won't let no HVAC people post in there. I won't let no car people post in there. But let's build it up. We started the first one. We got up to like 70,000 followers, and we kept getting reported. They shut us down. The second one, we're like, fuck it. We turned it on to where we got to approve the post and all that. Now we're at like almost 200. Yeah, like about 200,000 right now.
Wild.
Southeast Houston, Texas, and good news.
Yes, that group is popping.
If you need something, you just type it in there. Put your zip code. Make sure you put your zip code because they not approving that shit, man.
Yeah, thanks, man. And ain't no more people from the blade throwing put.
Yeah.
All right, man. Well, anyway, man, that's awesome. So, I actually started off kind of on Marketplace on Facebook, and it was a little bit different. So when I first started off on Facebook, making the transition to bringing in customers off of social media, doing Instagram and TikTok, it was a little different. I know when I started on Marketplace, I would post cars and post a down payment, and then I went to Instagram and started doing the same thing, pulling up with the cars and what's going on. Steve got me rolling, bring me 500 down and get you in this Altima, So what I wanted to ask is in the groups, what do you market or how did you gain that traction? What made it?
So I already have a name in the Southeast. Yeah. They know. So I'm it's a trusted source, because no one wants to go buy a car, bro. It's the worst thing to do,
Yeah.
You got to deal with bullshit salespeople. You got to deal with people trying to fuck you over. I don't really care about making a bunch of money off my customers because I want to keep selling them cars. So they get a really good experience from me. You know, I don't you know, no one's ever, you're never gonna have 100% happy clientele.
Yeah.
I got a few complaints here, but 99% of my people, they're happy. They send me people. You know, it's just a good. I don't pay $1 for advertisement, nothing. I still sell 35, 40 cars every month.
I'm actually one of them customers right here, man. I got that car outside from them.
Yeah, so
appreciate that.
Yeah, but I like to treat people good, so it just word of mouth, really. Yeah. Like it just started building, and then I post everybody I sell in the Southeast, you know, and it just kept building.
So with my thing, I feel like what makes me want to, whenever in the car business, what made me want to go so hard was like, you know, growing up with a single mother and her not having no money, me and my brothers and my sister having to struggle growing up, and seeing like a single mom come in without any means of transportation, can't get back and forth to work, to raise her kid, you know, pay for her kids, and sure, you know, and it, you know, it eats at you sometimes, and you want to do something for somebody, right? You know, sometimes these people don't have a choice. They can't just go walk into CarMax and say, hey, I want that car right there, no money down at, you know, 5% APR. People don't have those choices. So what I love about what we do is, you know, bad or no credit financing, you know, helping people out, giving them a second chance, because I believe everybody deserves a second chance. I'm a double Felon high school dropout, you know, and I had no choice but, you know, to get it out the mud. Same thing with Cliff, and we didn't start off selling cars. Actually, I used to steal them.
Kick door Cliff.
Kick door Cliff.
Kick door Cliff. Yeah.
But
man. Yeah, no, I love helping people. I love when everybody tells me I always get told no. Well, shit, I'm gonna tell you yes. And even when I get told no from the banks, I don't stop. I find somewhere else that's going to approve you.
And sometimes even if you can't afford it, that's why they call me Steo got me Rico.
I'll find a way. I find ways to get it done. You know? I don't give up. That's.
Could you? Do y'all remember some of the first cars y'all actually sold?
Actually, yeah, I do. My first car was a Challenger RT. And I had to drive 2 hours to Duna, Texas to go deliver that bitch. Yeah, my first car ever. I thought I was excited.
It was a grind, right?
Yeah.
My first car deal was a grind too. Actually, I had this lady come in off of a fucking mailer that my pops used to run. I remember because, like, you remember those mailers?
Like your uncle.
Yeah, my uncle does that shit.
He loves. Paul loves the mailers.
I remember I was working at a dealer in 𝐿𝐴 in Conroe, and my pops got blown out. He got fired for something. I don't know. He got into it with the owner over something. He got blown out. So I was left there with Frank Luna. Frank was still running these damn flyer ads where they would say, congratulations, you won $1,000. So these like angry old ass white people that would come in retired, they would come in expecting that $1,000. They'd be like, where's my money? I want it right now. So this lady was like on SSI, made like $700 a month, and she wanted to be at no more than a $300 payment.
Which that don't exist.
Hell no. She ended up leaving out of there at like $475 a month, talking about how am I going to afford to eat? I don't know. Nah, but
that's tough.
You know, at the end of the day, we do try to help people, but sometimes you can't teach somebody financial literacy. You know,
and even when you try, they just don't want to hear it. They're stuck in their ways. Yeah. They want what they want.
Well, when I told her that, there's a $300 payment over here, and with this, you know, Ford Pinto, no, she wanted the sunroof, leather, nav. Hey, you got to pay to play at the end of the day.
The most I hear is I'm gonna pay for what I want. I'm not gonna pay if I'm gonna pay for something I don't want.
And that Uber to the lot.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah. Or their shit don't want to start when they're trying to leave.
Hey, no. So I want to hear a little bit about what you got going on with the vanilla cream pop.
Oh, so pretty much distributing through Exotic Pop. We got them coming in. I came up selling bottles. And I pretty much just sell them with them, you know. I also started a charity that's nothing but nets, where we go around fixing the nets in the neighborhood, and I just go give sodas and waters to the kids. So pretty much just using Exotic Pop to branch off and become more, but also on a genuine.
So I want to hear your idea with Mouthpiece Podcast. Where do you want to go with it in the future?
We're just gonna keep getting entrepreneurs on and
hustlers,
hustlers, neighborhood heroes, people around our local area, and we're going to get them on and just show what they've been working hard to do, show their progress, and show what they're got in the future.
Another thing, guys, we got the Southeast boxing event going on, the first one ever. Okay,
April 26th.
April 26th. We're going to have 3 different weight divisions for males, 2 different weight divisions for females. It's going to be crazy. Celebrity guests, you know, vendors, food, everything. We even got
security on deck.
Security on deck. Big Cliff, you got the security on lock. Police officers, everything. $25 for spectators, $50 for Boxers, kids get in free.
Tell them how much they're gonna win though.
Oh,
800.
So 800 per weight class. So 800 for the
heavyweight,
lightweight, middleweight, females, lightweight, heavyweight, etc. So anyway, man, that's awesome, man. I love where your head's at with the podcast. I'd love to be on here again anytime.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, bro. But shit, you asked us a bunch of questions. So how'd you get into the car? But how'd you start making your name and building your rep?
So it's been for me. It's I'm third generation in this business, which means my grandfather, my dad, my grandpa. I mean, my aunt, my uncles, cousins. Everybody's in the business, and all of them. Yeah. So, but I didn't start off like daddy gave me a job or handed this to me. I actually grew up with a single mother. My parents split up when I was younger, and grew up in a bad part of town. Actually, I grew up on Edgebrook, Southeast. Everybody knows that area. But yeah, I grew up getting in trouble. Go back and forth to jail. I met him at Atwater when I was a juvenile, like 16.
Alternative schools.
I can put all my mugshots on the screen. I'm sure it'll fill the whole thing. But anyway, I don't mean to brag about that. It's not a cool lifestyle. Actually, we want to promote a better life. We want to promote hustle. We want to promote change and being better every day and being a good example for our kids. I got into the car business because when I was 17, I actually got out of Texas Youth Commission after a year, and I got home. I had my daughter, and I got kind of married type shit, not legally, but anyway. After that, I changed my life. I remembered that I had uncles, I had cousins, everybody in the business, and they were felons too. They, fellow hardheads, got in trouble back and forth to jail and shit. So I decided that's the path I want to go, man. I got into it, and selling cars is a lot like selling dope. You can sell dope, you can sell anything. You can sell ice to an igloo. So I got into that industry, man, and I went crazy. My first check was $13,000. I never looked back. I was hooked. After that, I got on the social media because I was always in the outer skirts of Houston. If you know about the car business, inner skirts, it's harder to get hired, especially with like a bad background because you have to get a sales license, etc. So I had to go out there to the country with it, man. But I was still bringing them out there, bro, on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat, get them in on trains, buses, whatever. Then I started selling 30, 40 cars a month, and now I'm not even in the business no more.
Still selling 30, 40 cars a month.
Still selling 30, 40 cars a month, but I'm not in the dealership. Now all I do is refer my customers, get paid off social media, and you can do it too, guys. And that's pretty much all we want to do is just show the public that no matter what happens, whatever trials and tribulations you go through, you can make something in your life and change it. So tune into the next episode of Mouthpiece. I think that's pretty much it, guys.
Yes, sir. Yeah.